Ignition.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another race analysis presented by Newtype Cycling. I'm your host, Jared. If you guys are on Instagram, feel free to follow us at newtype.cycling. We post a bunch of our cool adventure photos on there, whether it's cross, gravel, road racing, stuff like that. So feel free to check us out. We are at the Herbalife Criterium. This is midway through the season. I'm recording this a few weeks later, but this is a super fun race. We'll get about 15 riders, and we drop a couple, here and there throughout the ride. You guys know this track. We've done this multiple times. Concrete surface, super sticky, very fast. This is the Cat 4-5 race. It is a 30-minute race. Super punchy, super fast. It's a lot of fun. We're jumping ahead in the action about 10 minutes in. Nothing's really happened before this. Just kind of the normal racers, normal riders you'll see on the weekly circuit kind of come through and get the momentum going. But jumping in 10 minutes into this, we've got our first attack. Kind of hard to see because I'm way in the back, not doing anything. Look here, far left. He's dive bombed the corner. Really hard to see. Boom! It actually crashes. We're gonna come up on right now. He was mobbing that corner, and luckily he's okay. Tore up his kit a little bit, but all in all, I believe his bike's good to go and stuff like that. Checking at the back at that corner. You guys have seen this multiple times. That left-hander is like off camber, and we take that thing super fast. That's a great place to try and get a breakaway and really kind of stretch the field out and hurt the field through this middle part and back half of the course. So super bummed, but hey, he'll live to race another day, man. It happens. It's crit racing, and that's what you do. You go out there and lay it out on the line, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. We're going to jump ahead a little bit. Now we're 15 minutes in. We've got another little flyer off the front. Nothing's really happened in this 5-minute interval right here. Everyone's kind of just like keeping the pace high and feeling each other out. It's a smaller group than we've normally had, and so there's kind of a select few people that really want to put in a lot of work and commit to maybe establishing a break or what have you. If you look up the left-hand corner right there on the track, boom, you've got that breakaway rider. He's got a couple seconds on us. We keep him out there for a couple laps right here. And at this point, we're coming up to, on the backstretch, about to take the left-hander into the start-finish line. And we really kind of punch it up this hill, and we reel him back in. But overall fitness, I was feeling pretty good this race. Legs weren't feeling too heavy. Could not recall what I did the previous week to get ready for this race. But I've been pretty consistent on getting in, zone 2 rides, longer distance stuff, anywhere from 40 to 60 miles on at least on one weekend, whether it's Saturday or Sunday group ride or what have you. And then, when we have these Tuesday night crits, I'm doing the Cat 4-5 race, and then immediately after doing the Cat 3-4, and it thrashes you, man. So you've really got to kind of know where you want to put all your cards in and commit all your energy, whether it's the first race or the second race, and determine if you want to go up on a break or not. So we end up catching this rider, and we all group up. I'm feeling pretty good. My heart rate's it's okay. I'm feeling all right with this. Well, everyone just kind of slows down right here. Just wait. Everyone fans out, gets 4 or 5 wide, and I just kind of keep the power on just a little bit. I'm not going fast at all. 22, we were just going 25, so you can definitely tell where it slowed down. So I was like, well, I'll get on the front a little bit, see if I can keep the pace back up and really string some people out. And, you don't want to give, your heavy hitters in this race a lot of time to rest and stuff. So I put a little dig in right here, consistent 700, 600 watt push all the way up the start-finish line hill, and then maintain my speed through this off-camber left-hander. And I've got a bit of a gap, nothing significant. And then, boom, right out of the turn, I do another little 500-watt little dig, and I really let everybody know, hey, let's keep the speed up. Let's keep the intensity going and stuff like that. So it's super fun. Nothing comes of this, but it's definitely good to know, like, hey, you feel those lulls in the race. You really want to capitalize on them and not let your competitors get those like well-earned rests. You really want to try and counteract, keep the race pace high through the entire 30 minutes. So it's super fun, but no teammates this week. Spencer couldn't make it up, so riding solo dolo and kind of just doing my normal solo strategies, trying to get on the front a little bit, keep the pace high, and then, you know, further deeper into the race, kind of stay mid-pack and get ready for the final sprint if there is one. So we'll see how this plays out and stuff like that. But you can see I've been on the front for about a lap and a half right now. My heart rate's creeped up to 190-ish. And again, they just kind of slow down. Like, I'm going to get another gap. I don't think I look back really. I think they just like slowly roll off the back. Well, I mean, we all race together. They know me. I can't really put in a massive dig. And then coming on this midsection of the course, I realized that they've gapped me, or they've just let me roll off the front. And instead of getting out there and staying in front of all the wind and using up all the power, I just kind of slowly let off the gas and just let them come around me. So, yeah, just a couple little cat and mouse tactics that you'll see, especially when you ride with these guys on a weekly basis. Super fun. All right, guys, we're jumping ahead in the action. 6 laps to go. Look in the far left-hand corner right there. You got 2 riders up off the front. I'm talking to these guys, letting them know, hey, you know, they've been up on the front, I believe, about 2 laps now, and they've had enough time to rest, establish their little break. And I'm talking to my fellow riders and be like, hey, like, we need to concentrate on slowly ramping the speed up and bringing these guys back in there. And we start to do that. We start to get a couple guys motivated, get a couple guys organized, and we start doing pulls right here. It's going to be a little confusing. You will see lapped riders throughout these next couple laps and the finish. They're clearly going slower than us, so it's sometimes can be hard. Look in the left-hand corner right there. They're the leaders right there, 2 leaders. I do let a little bit of a big gap open up right here. And it was a little too much, so we organized and rolling through this, and boom. So I catch back up, and we slow, like we're going, I mean, previous laps we were going like 25, 26 through here. Now we're going 30, and we've really focused in, and a couple guys are going. If you look in the rear cam, we've got a gap. I rotate through, and I don't realize this, so I just keep the power up a decent amount. I don't pull super hard. I mean, you'll see our speed ramp up. This is a headwind section of the course, but look at these guys. We're catching them. They're right here. I'm doing my dig. I'm trying to do like a threshold burn right here, and they're right there. So what's the rear cam showing? Have they caught us? Yep, Zach and the peloton have caught us. And boom, flick an elbow, let them rotate through, and they're super close. I chat with the guys like, hey, we need to keep them within striking distance right here. And I thought Zach and a couple of these other guys were going to rotate through whenever I gave my elbow flick, but turns out nope, no desire to. Don't blame them. And I realized, oh snap, I have a gap. I need to close this down. Well, as soon as I do that, they rotate through, and Black Bibs right here does his burn or his pull, and I'm nowhere close to him. Like, there was no. This is when the organization just goes away. So we were literally organized for probably 2 laps solid, and we had them close. We had these guys on the breakaway, these 2 riders. We had them close, and then we just get disorganized for a half a lap, and all that work that we put in kind of goes away. At this point, Black Bib's done his pull. No one else wants to roll through and pull. And so what we do, we just pull off to the side and let the rest of the group come through. And at this point, I'm like, well, if somebody wants to do work and get back organized, I'll hop back up there with them. But it doesn't really happen. There's only a couple guys that were wanting to pull this back. And then our motivation just really wasn't there. And I wasn't going to entirely blow myself up just to bring him back and then not have a chance to contend when we got caught back up. So couple laps later, 3 laps to go right here, coming to 2 to go, and they're still up the road. They've probably got a 10-second, just under a 10-second gap on us, and I've done enough work and I'm just content now to do a sprint and to hold it in there. And if some guy wants to really charge in and try to close this down, I'll definitely hop on that train and do a little short pull if I need to, but I don't really see that happening. And so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of trying to get my heart rate as low as I can, do the best I can at getting the draft. Honestly, that doesn't work. I'm terrible at that. You guys know this by now. Me leaving gaps and like having like lapse in judgment for, you know, a couple seconds and letting gaps open up. But we're rolling pretty quick, 30 miles an hour, but those guys up in the break have had enough time to rest and rotate and just keep a constant power to where we're not really closing the gap on them, especially with 2 laps to go. Now coming into the last turn right here, and it's about to be 1 to go, the bell lap. And so we're pretty content. People are swerving all over the place trying to get people off the wheel. And with the group of riders I'm with right now, I'm pretty confident that I've got a pretty good chance at a sprint and attacking early, and not having to like contend for just like an all-out mad dash at the end right here. I'm a little further back than I need to be, but I'm feeling pretty good. Even though my heart rate's at 192, my max is 202. Coming in this last turn right here, this is a bit of a tailwind. And I know this guy in the blue and yellow kit, he's a really good sprinter. That's kind of his MO. He doesn't really want to pull or anything like that. So, but when it comes down to the end of the race, he always seems to find himself in good position. Well, I kind of want to like make him a non-factor. So what I'm going to do is, boom, right here, coming down the back straightaway, I just smash it. And Black Bibs, he's already up in his saddle too. Well, I'm catching him really fast, and he looks over, and the last thing I want to do is dive bomb him right here, boom, and cause a crash. So I let up just a little bit. I ran past everybody right there. If look ahead, boom, there's the first and second place guys. We almost catch him. Ended up coming away 4th at this one. Didn't really want to throw a wheel in there right at the end and cause a crash, so I was content with 4th. Hey, it's a Tuesday night race. We're only racing for Doritos and high fives out here. Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.